last time on MasterChef Canada.
We need fries, people!
A three-way poutine battle saw Lynn's team come out on top. And a tortellini pressure test.
It's a bit funky.
Ended Quasi's MasterChef journey. Tonight,
surprise!
A birthday mystery box takes the cake.
Michael's cake is bluer than your hair.
Nothing is bluer than my hair.
And a grueling elimination challenge.
What the hell?
Pushes the home cooks to their limit.
Oh, here we go.
Being in the top 11 feels so amazing. I am one step closer to opening my own pastry store.
Now that the numbers are dwindling, people are more strategic. Everyone is aiming for that win.
Coming to this mystery box is a little bit scary because last time I just about got eliminated.
There are 11 of you left vying to become Canada's next Master Chef. But that title can only be earned by one of you.
The one that shows the most creativity, technique, and strategy. And this next mystery box challenge will give you the opportunity to highlight all those skills.
On the count of 3, everyone lift their boxes. 1,
Please be a chicken underneath that box.
2,
I want to see something that I can turn into dessert.
3,
I'm hoping for some real meat.
lift.
Surprise!
Happy birthday!
Balloons? Really?
Balloons, a fixture at every birthday party, and no birthday party would be complete without a cake.
I can't believe it. It's my son JJ's birthday today.
Your challenge today is to create the most imaginative and delicious birthday cake you've ever had.
Christopher, he's gonna come out swinging, and swinging hard.
And birthdays aren't just about cake and balloons. They're also about gifts. And here's one for all of you. In tonight's mystery box, we're choosing 2 winners.
Wow.
Both will receive a huge advantage in the upcoming Elimination Challenge.
I have not won one challenge outright. I'm ready to knock everything out of the park.
It's JJ's birthday. I'm putting everything into it.
You will have 1 hour and 30 minutes to plan, bake, and decorate a stunning 4-layer birthday cake.
I think I made a 2-layer cake before, and that was pushing it, so 4 layers, pretty challenging.
You'll also have access to a beautiful specialty pantry, full of the finest fruits, nuts, and sweet decorations. Everything you need to make a perfect birthday cake that tells us something about you.
Are you ready?
Yes, sir!
Your time starts now.
Chocolate.
So the challenge today is they have to make a birthday cake that represents who they are.
After seeing what's in the specialty pantry, there is no excuses for a boring cake here.
I've never made a cake. Baking, it's just so far out of my comfort zone.
Anyone see gold powder? Birthday cakes are what inspired me to start baking. I know with this dish, I'm going to wow the judges.
Making a layer cake, it's more difficult than it sounds. There's a lot that can go wrong.
If you don't cream your eggs and your butter properly, you're gonna have raw patches of flour. Everything has to be incorporated so you have a nice, light, and airy cake.
John, can I have one of your bananas? I don't enjoy cake. Favorite desserts as a child was going for banana splits, so I'm actually gonna make a banana split cake.
Gotta get this moisture out of here. The first cake I ever loved was a red velvet cake, but I love blue suede shoes more than I love red velvet cake, so I'm making a blue suede shoe velvet cake. I met my girlfriend wearing blue suede shoes for the first couple months. She'd only call me blue suede shoes.
I'm making chocolate cake for my dad. I think it's gonna be the most beautiful cake of the bunch.
So there's a lot of inspiration here being drawn by family.
I'm gonna make banana nut cake. This is for my sister. She makes the best banana bread in the world, and I never get to make her a birthday cake. I've always been gone playing football, so this is for her.
I'm making a mint chocolate birthday cake. It's my husband's favorite.
I'm not the strong cake guy, but I'm gonna make a chocolate cake with peanut butter. My son's JJ's favorite 2 ingredients.
My birthday is Christmas Day. I usually reach for a generous slice of apple pie with ice cream on top. So I'm basically making this cake as a play on the apple pie, and hopefully they like what I present today.
Who do you think has the advantage in this competition?
I'm going to say Tammy, number one, because she has 6 kids and baking birthday cakes sounds like it's almost a full-time job in that house.
I am making a white cake, and it is my daughter's birthday. My daughter loves strawberries, and I'm going to decorate it with a lot of flowers. She loves flowers.
It's kind of heart-wrenching for me because it's the first birthday I've missed in 17 years.
What about Christopher, though? He seemed to be really confident.
Very confident.
Well, Christopher, you know, the pastry man.
I'm making my variation on an opera cake. It is a mixture of chocolate and coffee. It's a cake that I started in high school and has slowly been built up over the years by techniques that I've learned.
I have 5 minutes to get this cake in.
We need to get this in the oven.
They got to get it baked and cool down, ready to start building their cake.
Get in there, Bubby.
And while it's cooking, you need to watch it because you may need to turn that cake so that it rises evenly and has an even color to it.
Christopher, do you have any semi-sweet chocolate left? Thank you.
Kristen,
Hi, Chef.
how are you?
Good.
What are you doing?
Banana split cake. Something that the children at daycare would really enjoy.
But you know your next door neighbor, Andrew, over there, is also doing a banana split cake.
I heard.
What's going to give you the edge?
Chef, I think that the way I'm going to decorate my cake will make me come out on top.
You're confident. I love it. Good luck.
Thank you, Chef. Hey, Andrew. May the best cake win.
I have no idea if I can pull it off. I'm not confident. Let's start this again.
It's not done.
You have 15 minutes left. Your cake needs to be out of the oven.
Come on now.
Oh, take a look at Michael's cake. Michael's cake is bluer than your hair.
Nothing is bluer than my hair.
Oh, I'm gooey in the middle.
You gotta remember, you gotta cut that cake into a perfect 4 layers. Perfect.
David, you're sweating.
I sweat. I put this pressure on myself. My son's birthday today.
Wow, so there's 2 of you with birthdays today.
It's amazing.
Excellent. So you're making a peanut butter cake?
Peanut butter and chocolate. Standard vanilla icing. Cover the whole thing with pretzels.
My favorite part is dipping in the batter.
Yeah, it's the best part of the cake, isn't it?
That tastes good already.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you, Chef.
10 minutes.
We are low on time.
I'm putting so much pressure on myself. My internal temperature is just roaring. I'm trying to concentrate. Oh my God. I've burnt the peanuts. I have to push forward. I'm not failing on this challenge for JJ.
I work.
Where's the piping bags?
I love a great cake, nice and moist, tasty, but it's the icing I look forward to.
The beauty of having icing is that you can actually cover a lot of your mistakes.
It's a baker's trick, what they don't know never happened.
Michael,
Hello, Chef Alvin.
so you're doing like blue suede, blue velvet? Honestly, it looks like blue carpet.
Definitely will not taste like carpet.
What are you doing?
So I'm gonna alternate between cream and blueberry filling so that the blueberry filling isn't too rich.
So you're gonna do 4 layers in this thing?
I'm gonna try.
Is that all the cream you're gonna put in?
Oh, I can put more if you like.
You know, when you cut it up, you wanna see the layers. I wanna see nice thick layers because it makes the cake rich and delicious.
You got it, Chef.
Well, good luck.
Thank you so much.
You know, David's cake looks absolutely amazing. He handles that spatula like a pro.
Well, it's very similar to concrete.
It is like troweling.
My secret weapon is the fact that I am a talented concrete guy.
Hi there, Christopher.
Hello, Chef.
That's a beautiful technique there. Where did you learn that?
Years and years of experience.
What else are you going to do now to finish the decoration on this cake?
Chocolate curls.
And you're tempering the chocolate to get the curls?
That's right, because otherwise they won't have big, nice curls.
Wow, that's amazing. I'll let you carry on.
Thank you, Chef.
1 minute!
Oh, no.
They don't have much time, actually, at all.
I'm gonna make this work no matter what.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands off your cake.
Tonight, the judges are choosing 2 mystery box winners.
This is the best cake that I've ever made. I think I nailed it.
Both will receive a huge advantage in the upcoming Elimination Challenge.
What I'm most proud of is I was able to channel being a dad on this cake.
Today, we've been so impressed with your creations, we're going to be calling up 4 of you.
I'm at least one of the 4 going up. I have to be.
The first cake that we want to call up was made by a home cook who honored this challenge with innovation and color.
This cake looks like a soccer field. I just wish the judges would try it.
Please come up to the front. Michael.
Whoa! I'm cooking cakes, baby. I'm cooking cakes. This is a blue suede cake with blueberry filling, a little bit of lemon zest, some graham crackers on the side to give a little bit of texture and taste. And I topped it off with some very fine sugar sprinkles.
So when I cut through a cake, what I want to see is all the layers all connected. I don't want to see any air pockets in between the icing and the cake. Is that what I'm going to see here?
I think so.
Wow. That's pretty incredible.
Thank you, Chef.
Well, let's try this. It's a very good cake. It's so moist. I love the blueberry that's running through here. It looks like the kind of cake you would buy in a bake shop. Great job. Please go to the front.
The second cake we'd like to see was made with a level of technique and confidence that was nothing short of breathtaking. And that cake belongs to Christopher. Please bring up your cake.
This cake really shows off who I was and who I am now. Today, I've done an opera cake, coffee praline buttercream, ganache between the layers, and it's layered all on top of a chocolate sponge.
Wow.
This is a league of its own. My mouth is watering right now.
Thank you, Chef.
It all oozes out between the layers. It tells me that it is such a soft and delicate pastry cream. Beautifully balanced. Big hit of chocolate up front. A touch of that coffee comes in, and then just a slight crunch from the praline that you pureed up. For me, it's best in class.
Thank you, Chef.
Chocolate hits you, and then the coffee comes, and after that, textures of the hazelnuts. Definitely one of the best cakes I've ever had.
Thank you, Chef.
I'll be happy for you to do my birthday cake. Please stand down the front. The third cake we like to see was inspired by a loved one. Please come up. David.
Chocolate birthday cake, Philadelphia cream cheese peanut butter layers, and then I covered the whole thing with pretzels and the roasted peanuts. It's my little boy's birthday today, so I put everything into it.
It's really hard to get a cake that perfect. Rigid, smooth construction. You got the peanut butter, you got the cream cheese, all these comfort things that your son loves. This cake is about love.
Thank you.
Beautifully cooked sponge. Enough sweetness, a little saltiness from the peanut and pretzels. In fact, that flavor is quite sophisticated. And you can't go wrong with peanut butter. Top marks all around for a stunning cake. But when it comes to spelling?
Yeah, I'm not known for my spelling.
I think that says hap. It made us all very happy.
The fourth home cook we're calling up is Andrew.
My cake actually looks pretty great, but this is all an unknown inside this thing. Banana split cake. I made just a simple white cake, buttercream. I flavored it with strawberries, chocolate, and bananas.
It looks incredible from the outside, but on the inside, I want to see a cake that stays together.
Yes.
Yeah, so you kind of get a bit of a challenge here. You're missing some sponge here. Well, let's try this. And all these flavors and textures that you have going on in here work really well. It's a very good cake. Please go to the front. we need a moment to discuss. It was inspirational to it. Yeah, it's incredible. The way it looked and the way it tasted, I like both very much.
I agree with you.
All right, I think we know who the standouts are.
Today, we were left with an even more difficult decision than usual.
All of you surprised us, but 2 cakes stood out, and those cakes belong to Christopher and David. Congratulations.
It feels really good because I've won a challenge. To be able to dedicate it to JJ is so awesome.
Follow us.
David and Christopher are now in control of the Elimination Challenge.
First time in the pantry, so this is what it feels like having power.
Congratulations and welcome, Christopher and David, to the MasterChef Canada Pantry. How does it feel to be here?
Feels great. It was a big win for me.
I've been hyping myself up as a dessert guy for so long, so I'm glad to be here.
Well, I have some good news for both of you. You won't be cooking today. Both of you are automatically in the top 10 of MasterChef Canada.
The theme of tonight's Elimination Challenge is odd couples. Ingredients that should not go together, but do.
Cooking with mismatched ingredients is one of the most common mistakes an aspiring chef can make. But in the right hands, sometimes the oddest combinations can be surprisingly delicious.
The first odd couple combination we want to show you has become very popular in recent years with pastry chefs around the world. Bacon and chocolate. This odd couple is an amazing symphony of salty and sweet.
The second odd couple that you could choose from might sound like a joke, but for those with a skill to perfect it, it's a unique taste experience you won't forget. Salmon and licorice. The earthy sweetness of the licorice root fuses with the rich, clean flavor of the salmon. It tastes like candy, straight from the sea.
The final odd couple is a perfect example of sugar and spice. Chorizo sausage and grape jelly. By itself, the chorizo is rich and salty, but the grape adds a taste of sweetness.
So what you're going to have to do is assign 3 home cooks to each of these odd pairings.
The college student and the high school dropout making decisions on people's fate.
You now have 5 minutes to assign each of your fellow home cooks to one of these odd couple pairings.
Things have changed. The stakes are so much higher now. There's no more Mr. Nice Guys.
David and I want to keep the weak cooks around longer and try to give the strong cooks a really hard time.
Cody.
That he likes to overcomplicate things is really going to work against him. I think that's a good choice. Having control can really push this competition in my favor.
John.
He works with meat a lot. Knows his meat flavors really well.
Fish would be a lethal blow. Wow. Well, I want to push an ingredient on them that they're going to mess up.
I think salmon and licorice would be an easy one for them. Let's do the chorizo and jelly.
Chorizo and jelly.
As you can see, Christopher and David will not be cooking in tonight's Elimination Challenge. They get to watch from the safety of the gallery as the rest of you fight to make it into this competition's top 10.
The second advantage is that they got to decide the ingredients that each of you will be cooking with today.
In the pantry, we presented Christopher and David with 3 odd couple pairings.
As always, I'm hoping it's just not going to be fish.
Each combination might not seem to go together, but with skill and imagination, they can be fused to create a stunning restaurant-quality dish.
I'm the weirdest guy in this whole competition. I do weird, and I do weird well.
You will have full access to the MasterChef Canada Pantry and 60 minutes to prep, cook, and present your dish. Are you ready to find out which odd couple they've chosen for you?
Yes, chef!
Your 60 minutes starts now!
At the end of this challenge, at least one home cook will be eliminated. The top 2 cooks will be team captains in the next field challenge.
Bacon and chocolate. What the hell?
I've never cooked with bacon and chocolate together on the same plate.
Tammy hunts and fishes, so she knows her protein and her seafood really, really well. So we stick her with chocolate bacon.
I'm baffled right now.
Andrew's a really strong cook, but it's a lot of Middle Eastern flavors that have nothing to do with chorizo or grape jelly.
They gave me salmon and licorice. Hate licorice. I kind of like salmon. I think I could win this. Go big or go home.
I think this is one of the most demanding challenges we've seen so far. Anybody that lacks imagination is going to struggle with this.
I was given salmon and licorice. They know I don't do seafood, so I think they're trying to get me.
I saved David on the first elimination challenge, and now he's trying to sabotage me?
I feel like I'm John's big brother, even though he's twice as big as me. Use that guard, John. I just want to see John challenge. He's gonna rock it.
I'm working with chorizo sausage today and grape jelly. Chorizo sausage and grape jelly? No. But I could kiss Christopher and David for not giving me salmon.
Alvin, chorizo and grape jelly. An interesting and unique combination. What would you do?
Chorizo, cut them into nice, small pieces, fry them crispy, maybe a poached egg, a bit of asparagus, and then grape jelly, put a bit of vinegar, don't want it too sweet, and just drizzle. The pitfall is you may make that dish just too simple. You have to add other stuff in there to spice it up, to create new textures.
I'm making grape jelly glazed veal roulade, stuffed with chorizo, brie, and wilted spinach. I'm making this dish to save my life.
I drew bacon and chocolate today. I'm gonna do a play on a s'more, graham cracker base layer, chocolate and bacon pudding, and then I'm gonna top it off with a toasted marshmallow.
Desserts are not Cody's forte.
Hey-o, careful. I'm not sure if they're trying to mess me up or if they're giving me a gift here. Could be either or.
You know, the thing with chocolate and bacon, you don't want to put too much chocolate because it's difficult to find that balance without having the chocolate become too overpowering, too sweet.
I was given bacon and chocolate, probably expecting to make a dessert, which is just not how I'm rolling. The judges are telling me that I have to push myself even harder, so I'm making deep fried chicken wing with some chocolate bacon mole.
Italian girl knows Mexican too, huh?
Mole, 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 mole.
Well done.
If this isn't out of the box, I don't know what is. Top 10, here I come.
I'm making different kinds of butter tarts with chocolate and bacon.
Tammy is definitely one to watch out for.
David and Christopher, they're true competitors. They want to beat someone who is just as good as they are.
Black licorice and salmon from Michael. I think he'll trip up for sure.
What would you be doing, Claudio, with your salmon and licorice?
I would do a poached salmon in a licorice broth with star anise, clove, just kind of bump everything up. The booby trap with the salmon and licorice is that you can overcook that salmon. The licorice is so strong and so pungent that it can overtake the delicate flavors of the salmon.
I'm gonna do a pan-seared salmon. I'm gonna do a nice, beautiful slaw with black licorice in this fennel. It's gonna be awesome.
Andrew!
Hello, Chef.
Chorizo and grape jelly. How are you gonna match those ones up?
I'm going to attempt to make grape jelly glazed veal roulade, stuffed with brie, chorizo, and spinach, as well as a cauliflower puree.
Do you think you can win with this particular dish?
I think this dish is going to stand on its own. Sweet, smoky, and salty. This is going to come together, I know it.
Foodie thinks going home.
Hey, boys.
No more black licorice.
I think John's going to go home.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You think I'm going home?
I just picked you out of a hat, bro. I just picked you out of a hat.
Yeah, I like it.
John, the meat guy. He's great with a steak, but what does he do with a fish?
Put the fish in the pan. They come back, take a look. It's burnt to crap.
Oh my God. John threw out a piece of fish.
Start over.
Gotta get that salmon right.
The home cooks are fighting for a top 10 spot in an Odd Couples Elimination Challenge.
John, couldn't help but notice that you just threw a piece of salmon out.
He was too high.
Once it's on, you got to stay with it and watch it, right?
Yes, Chef.
All ready?
Thank you.
Carry on.
I need to get into the top 10. I'm watching this thing like a hawk.
Tammy's feverishly going there, isn't she?
Yeah.
Tammy, what are you making?
Different kinds of tarts with bacon and chocolate.
You have a lot on your plate.
You know what? I'm tired of not being up there, so.
Is this a raw tart?
Yeah.
Is this how you normally make your tarts? You put the filling in first and then you bake?
Yeah, I'm throwing them in the oven right now.
Really? That works for you?
It has. Hopefully it'll still work for me today.
Good luck.
I'm totally confused. Every time that I've ever baked a pie, I put the whole thing in and it turns out totally fine.
Let's see how that goes.
Oh, deep fried avocado. If you don't tap into your creativity, you're screwed in this challenge.
Brilliant. They threw something at me they thought I wasn't gonna handle. I'm feeling freaking great. Right now, it's looking pretty good.
Kristen isn't the strongest cook. I gave her something that she can handle.
Kristen, what are you making here?
I'm gonna make pulled chicken and chorizo taco.
That sounds delicious and interesting and different. Have you made tacos before?
The times I've made my own taco shells, they have never worked out quite properly.
Wow.
I'm taking a massive risk. I want to make top 10.
You have a lot of ingredients happening here. Walk me through this.
I'm making guacamole with the grape jelly salsa. I want to keep it elevated enough to not send me home.
I hope this works out for you. Good luck.
Thank you, Chef.
10 minutes. You have 10 minutes left.
Okay, Hans, you need to work with me now.
And who do you think's struggling?
Look at Cody. He is shaking. He's struggling to plate. I don't see much going on at Kristen's station.
She's doing basically a chorizo and grape jelly taco.
I have no idea what's going on over there.
And Sabrina, she has really done well with her chicken wings from what I can tell. She's got a good foundation to it.
She's the one to watch. She's a good home cook.
4 minutes left.
Not lots I can do about that.
This looks the way I want it to look.
It's gonna be down to the wire, but it's looking pretty good.
Do you think Michael's turned a corner in this competition?
Let's see what he does with his plating, though.
Definitely get the licorice in here. Beautiful licorice sauce.
Wow, it looks like John is pulling it together. Look at his dish.
1 minute. In 1 minute time, someone is going home.
I think I nailed it. Who doesn't like a bit of mole?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up!
Thank God.
Good job, guys.
I left off the sauce. I'm going home. I miss the licorice sauce. The whole dish is nothing without it.
We're now going to taste all of your dishes.
Andrew, please bring up your dish.
I walk up with my dish. I'm very happy. That's a stunning plate. I made a veal roulade stuffed with chorizo, spinach, brie over a cauliflower puree with a balsamic and grape jelly reduction.
I can taste the chorizo cut nicely into the sweetness of the grape jelly. You got the nice textures, spinach, brie, veal puree, addition touch of smoothness to make it superb. I would say that's a very nice job.
Thank you, Chef.
Solid flavors. That chorizo comes through and a little smokiness. Grape jelly and balsamic sauce, smart. That acidity to it just balances it out. You move like a chef, you think like a chef, and you're cooking like a chef.
Thanks, Chef. Gloves are off. You better look out, guys. I'm a force to be reckoned with.
Kristen, please bring up your dish.
I'm feeling pretty good. My flavors are definitely there. I'm hoping the judges will notice that. Shredded chicken and chorizo taco with a grape jelly salsa.
You taste definitely chorizo, tomatoes, the onion, garlic, but I'm finding it very difficult to find that grape jelly in that salsa. It's about getting the flavor of grape. And this challenge is about a couple. And somehow, that couple got separated. Please go back to your station.
That darn grape jelly.
John, please bring up your dish.
I
I pan-seared salmon with pickled fennel, shallots, peppers, celery root, and fennel puree.
You plate so beautifully. You seem disappointed. What's going on?
I missed one key element.
Please don't tell me it was the licorice, because that's...
It was the sauce. There was licorice in the sauce.
Wow.
Yeah.
Medium rare. That's perfection. You nailed the salmon. Unfortunately, though, it's not just about the salmon.
There's still some licorice in the puree.
The puree is textbook. It's smooth. It's velvety. Could use more licorice.
Yeah, big time.
It's such a shame. Please go back to your station.
Cody, please bring up your dish.
This is a s'more, toasted graham crust, chocolate pudding with pink peppercorn, candied bacon, and then it's topped off with a homemade marshmallow.
How are you feeling about the way you were able to present this dish?
My challenge was how to plate the chocolate portion of the dish.
You think you may have bitten off more than you can do?
15 seconds more, chef, and I would have had it.
The bacon, you've definitely candied it nicely, has a little firm sort of denseness to the bite. And then you get that big, rich, not overly sweet chocolate, creamy flavors. Delicious. It's the presentation that really let you down. Sabrina, please bring up your dish.
Today is the day I have to show them I'm in this to win this. Deep fried chicken wing in a Mexican chocolate and bacon mole sauce. I cooked my mole down with some cinnamon sticks, cumin, jalapenos, and chili powder.
I love Mexican cuisine. A simple cuisine, but it's also very complex. And you chose one of the most difficult sauces to master.
I went out of my comfort zone, like you had asked me to.
Let's see if you pulled this off. But that mole sauce, that's very good, Sabrina. All these flavors and textures that you have going on in here, they're extraordinary. It indicates to me that you have a lot more to offer. Great job.
Thank you, chef.
Please go back to your station.
Michael, please bring up your dish.
So I did a pan-seared salmon, spicy mayo, black licorice, slaw.
I think the plating looks like it's a marked improvement for you, Michael.
Thank you very much.
You've got some brightness in color. Your proportions seem to be coming together. You've got a balance to the plate. Well, it looks like a nice cook on the salmon. You've got a wonderful coloration on the skin, crisp. Light licorice glaze that you marinated your salmon in adds just a wonderful little sparkle to it.
Thank you, chef.
The first thing to hit me with a slaw is its color, and then the crunch, crisp freshness. And then I get that underlayer of licorice coming through. And that, combined with the salmon, would have me coming back for more. Delicious. It's as if the pennies dropped.
Thank you, chef. Thank you very much.
That licorice and that salmon comes through like a star. And I love licorice. Textures, the freshness, everything came together in this dish. You got style, like me. But more important, you now have substance. Please go back to your station.
Tammy, please bring up your dish.
These tarts look beautiful, but I'm just praying my pastry is cooked.
I made chocolate-coated pecan, blueberry, and walnut bacon butter tart and a raspberry garnish.
I noticed that when you put your ingredients into the mold with raw dough and then into the oven. I'm curious to see if it's cooked.
I'm just praying to God.
It looks raw to me.
My heart is breaking.
Let's try it. That's chocolate, that's bacon. Beautifully balanced. It's really, really good. Fortunately, it's in a raw tart.
Let me tell you what I taste. Up front, I get a big blueberry hit. Tucked in right behind that, wonderful smoky bacon. It almost creeps up on you. And then a wonderful layer of chocolate. A couple more minutes in the oven, and you would have nailed it. You think you're being a little hard on yourself?
I'm not going to get any further if I'm not hard on myself. I want perfection.
We learn from our mistakes. Mistakes are an important part of life.
That's true.
As long as we can understand where it is that we went wrong and move forward.
I'm very much a perfectionist and I like things to look good. So when they're not, I take it really hard.
We've tasted all your dishes. Now we take a few moments to discuss. You know, given how tough this challenge was, I think they came through incredibly well.
It's a good-looking dish, dude.
This challenge was all about combining flavors.
It was a great dish.
This is going to be a tough decision for us to make. The theme of tonight's challenge was odd couples. You all had to combine seemingly mismatched ingredients to create a stunning dish that would win you a spot in the top 10.
Now for the 2 best dishes. The second best dish was made by Andrew. Your chorizo and grape jelly dish looked as terrific as tasted.
Yeah, I hear my name. It happened. I'm really happy that I got called.
But the best dish of the night, Michael, congratulations. Your salmon and licorice dish was a triumph.
This confident man is becoming even more confident by the day. I just want to twirl my mustache. So happy.
Well done, Michael and Andrew. You will both be captains in the next team challenge.
Now for the bad news. Unfortunately, some of you made some odd choices with your odd couple ingredients. And that's forcing us to send at least one of you home.
The first cook we have to call up pushes themselves to take risks. But tonight, their faulty technique undermined their best efforts. Please step forward, Tammy.
The second disappointing dish was made by a home cook who missed the MasterChef quality mark. Kristen.
The third home cook failed to manage their time. John.
One of you created a dish that was even weaker than the rest. Tammy, please step forward. Do you think you have more to show us in this competition?
Absolutely. I'm a hard worker and I'm an even bigger learner.
You know, the thing is, Tammy, we agree. Please go back to your station.
I need to focus. I need to get better because I'm not a quitter.
Kristen, your grape jelly was missing in action. We couldn't taste it. And John, while your salmon and lightly infused licorice puree was good, your licorice sauce didn't make it to the plate.
To go home on a stupid error would just be so disheartening.
I just need one more chance.
John, we can only judge you on what you present. And because of what you presented, we have to send you back to your station.
Kristen, I'm sorry. John may have forgotten his sauce, but your dish just wasn't strong enough to get you through. But we all beg you not to stop cooking. Please come on up and say goodbye.
Great job.
This whole experience has been life-changing.
That dish was delicious.
The most important thing I learned here is never give up.
Kristen, just before you go, I want you to look out to this kitchen and tell me who will be the next MasterChef Canada.
Without a doubt, Andrew. I know I'm an awesome home cook. I'm really proud of myself.
congratulations. You are the top 10 of MasterChef Canada.
Prepare yourself, because your next team challenge will push you harder than ever before. Now go get some rest.
Sorry there for a minute.
Next time on MasterChef Canada.
The wedding guests are drinking champagne and they need those canapes. Come on, let's get organized here.
It's all hands on deck for a harbor cruise wedding.
It needs to be perfect.
The stakes are so high when it's somebody's wedding.
But will the top 10 serve up a feast?
Wow.
I got right on top.
Or a fiasco?
There's a hair on it.
Isn't that a nice wedding gift? A hair.
MasterChef Canada.
Surprise!
A birthday cake mystery box inspired stunning results.
This is a league of its own.
This cake is about love.
And a grueling elimination challenge ended,
Kristen, I'm sorry,
with a tearful goodbye. Tonight,
The wedding guests are drinking champagne and they need those canapes. Come on, let's get organized here.
it's all hands on deck for a harbor cruise wedding.
It needs to be perfect.
The stakes are so high when it's somebody's wedding.
But will the top 10 serve up a feast?
Wow.
I got right on top.
Or a fiasco?
There's a hair on it.
Isn't that a nice wedding gift? A hair.
The sun has just risen over Toronto's two waterfronts, and the top 10 home cooks are about to face their next team challenge.
I'm feeling fantastic being in the top 10. I'm pumped.
We are all dressed up in our Sunday best and then some. Am I gonna be cooking in these clothes?
Ahoy, top 10. Welcome to Toronto, Ontario's beautiful harborfront.
Every year, millions of people come to this beautiful waterfront to experience art galleries, amazing live music, and food festivals.
Toronto Harbour is also home to the Mariposa Cruise Line's impressive fleet of hospitality ships.
Your challenge today is twofold. First of all, you have to cook on the top deck of this ship as it cruises Toronto's spectacular harbor.
This is definitely going to be the first time to cook on a boat.
But the second and most important aspect of your challenge is that you'll be making canapes, appetizers, and entrees for a lovely young couple named Kim and Erwan, and the large group of friends and family that they've invited to their harbor cruise wedding.
The meal at a wedding is not something that you can just screw up and take lightly.
This is a monumental moment in Kim and Erwan's life.
The stakes are so high when it's somebody's wedding. I should know. I've got 2 under my belt.
It needs to be perfect in every way.
But the pressure doesn't end there.
Erwan's family has flown all the way from Paris, and you're gonna be cooking for a wedding party of French foodies.
These French foodies are really gonna know their stuff.
Love French food. I know French food. I will rock that.
Michael, you had the best dish in the last elimination challenge, which makes you captain of the red team.
And Andrew, you had the second best dish, so you're captain of the blue team. Captains, come and get your aprons.
Michael, you get the first pick.
I have a master list. A master list that is filled with every possibility of every pick of every team. Let's see if it comes true. Because of their refined skills, I'm gonna pick Christopher.
Me? First pick?
Welcome to the red team. I know we're doing the canapes. He's a mad scientist when it comes to anything baking.
Andrew, who's your first pick?
David. I know what he can do in a kitchen.
Michael, who's your next pick?
Sabrina. I want someone organized and understands how a line works. That's Sabrina.
Andrew.
This person oozes French refinement. That's obviously Cody.
Cody thinks he knows everything about French cuisine, but no, he knows the words, he doesn't know how to put them on a plate.
Tammy.
Lynn.
Michael, you get to choose your final pick.
I'm probably getting picked last again.
I picked Jennifer.
What? What the heck is going through his head? Has he figured out that I'm actually a worthy competitor?
I picked Jennifer for the sole reason to screw with Andrew's mind. That was the only reason.
John, you were a little surprised to be the last man standing?
I don't know if I've ever been picked last before. New feeling for me.
Okay, go join the blue team.
All right. I'm happy to be on Andrew's team. We have David, we have Cody, we have Lynn. We got a dream team.
This team that we've got set up, it is such a bizarre combination. We're all deemed basically as underdogs.
Everyone thinks that Andrew has a strong team, but that blue team, everyone's gonna be speaking their ideas, and Cody's gonna want to use 127 ingredients. Read 'em and weep, Andrew. My plan is coming together.
Each team will be given 5 minutes to plan their menus.
And it's extremely important that the bride and groom are happy with the dishes that you create. But in the end, we will decide which team wins and which team faces the pressure test.
Your time starts now!
Each team must create a menu with ingredients chosen by the bride and groom. The 3 courses will feature a fig appetizer, a duck entree, and a canapé.
The canapé is a mushroom ragu over top of puff pastry.
As a team captain, I'm going to be decisive. I have to make snap decisions.
Don't make it too complicated.
Stuff the fig with the herb goat cheese, wrap it around in prosciutto.
I'm gonna make sure that each individual team member is doing what they know how to do better than me. Let's do this.
70 guests, French food, and on a boat.
And this is a wedding. This is an opportunity to celebrate and go big.
And they're French.
They're going to be the biggest critics they have faced yet.
And those tough critics, plus the bride and groom, are now arriving.
Congratulations to both of you.
Thank you.
Delighted to have you with us, and our home cooks are busy cooking up on the upper deck. They're motivated and excited to make this the most memorable meal of your lives. Are you ready to go on board?
I am.
Let's go.
Okay.
Up to you.
The teams will have only 30 minutes to create canapés that will be served after the ceremony.
Can you mix olive oil and chop some chives?
Yes, sir. Canapé is an olive oil and herb crostini with a wild mushroom ragu, parmesan, arugula, balsamic production.
Lynn, how's your sauce?
Coming along perfect.
I have an all-star cast here. Like, I don't know what Michael was thinking, but like, I can't believe he gave up these players. Michael made a big mistake.
Chris, how you looking?
I'm on it.
Christopher is completely in charge of canapés. Walnut blue cheese cream puff. Things are really organized right now. I'm loving my team. Everyone knows exactly what they're doing, and that's what matters.
Below deck, Kim and Erwan's ceremony is underway.
A love which will encourage you to follow your dreams and to nurture your gifts as you share your inspiring love with the family and friends who gather with you here today.
It's 15 minutes to the canapés are served.
Got it.
15 minutes left, let's do this.
This puff pastry, I'm trying to get it caramelized as much as possible. I should just crank this up to max. My puff pastry comes out and it's pale, but we have no time to fix it. How are they?
They're good, they're good. Okay, I'm gonna cut you stuff.
In 5 minutes, they need to be done. In the next 10 minutes, they all have to be done.
Get faster. Come on, guys.
Michael.
Hello, chefs, how are you?
Very good. We're here to taste the canapés before they go out.
This is a blue cheese, walnut, creme fraiche, cream puff filling with a nice caramelized glaze on top.
Tastes like quite nice. Very nice.
You concerned about this? It's messy to eat.
Christopher, don't fill them up too much.
That's right, a little less generous on the cheese. It has to be elegant and easy to eat.
You have to listen to the judges' advice in this competition.
The canapé has to be the wow moment. It's got to be beautiful. It's got to be a piece of art.
Chefs, that's what we have.
So we have the toasted baguettes. You have a mushroom ragu, a toasted pine nut puree on there as well, finished off with some aged balsamic vinegar.
Great.
Thank you.
Carry on, guys.
Yes. There's no possibility we could lose at this point. We just can feel it. It is my honor and it is my delight to declare you married.
Down below, the wedding party is ready to celebrate with champagne and canapés.
Time's up! Get those canopies out the door!
Service is over here. The most important thing in this challenge is that every single plate leaves this kitchen on time.
While the red team's canapés are being served, the blue team is still fussing with their plating.
I'm unwilling to sacrifice the complexity of my menu for the ease of getting it out.
John, can you pull off what you're doing and help us?
Come on, everyone. The wedding guests are drinking champagne, and they need those canapes.
Move, move, move. We're done here. That's service.
We're done. Okay, done.
The guests now get to choose which canapé they like better. The red team's savory cream puffs with walnut and blue cheese filling, or the blue team's crostini with wild mushroom ragu and creme fraiche.
I really like the wet, sweet and savory. I like the two different tastes in my mouth. It's very nice.
My favorite was the blue team's mushroom canapé.
But the most important opinion belongs to the bride.
There's a hair on there. The red team has a hair on it. Yeah, a little bit disappointed.
Michael,
Yes,
Michael,
chef.
Michael.
Yes,
come
chef.
here, come here, come here. One of the guests found a hair in one of your canapes.
Oh my God.
It was the bride.
Oh my
The
God.
bride.
Isn't that a nice wedding gift? A hair.
Get it together.
Everyone say yes, chef.
You know, even though the red team may have been on top of things in terms of getting their canapes and hors d'oeuvres out quickly, it is quality that wins over in the end.
They're winning for speed, but they're losing for quality.
Below deck, the wedding guests have been seated, and the teams have 15 minutes to plate their fig appetizers.
Guys, we have to make up for lost time in that last service.
Can somebody please grate the cucumber and make sure they're watered down, please?
Lynn has instilled trust in me that she is going to bang out a beautiful appetizer.
Guys, this is now the Lynn show, so whatever Lynn says goes, okay?
My appetizer is cucumbers and figs and foie gras.
Do you need sugar on these, Lynn? How heavy on the sugar, Lynn?
Sprinkle like you would salt.
What do you want for flavor, Lynn?
Nothing too strong.
There are 5 cooks in the kitchen, and only one of them knows what's happening with this appetizer. And it's not the leader.
You want these in the oven?
Yeah, I'm gonna put them all in at the same time,
Okay,
though.
here.
I'm end of line on this next batch. We cannot have another hair in this, guys.
The appetizer is the fig flour. They're fancy, they're easy, and they're delicious.
Great job with the fig, Sabrina.
Christopher.
Yeah.
You're overcrowding your pan, and you're gonna have a soupy mess. Figs are all water.
Okay, thank you, chef.
Everything's looking good. Let's start plating right now.
All right, gentlemen.
Chef?
It looks very small.
We need to dress this with some greens. We need to dress this.
Okay, can you do one that is finished so we see it exactly the way the guests are going to get it?
Oh, look, okay. So if I put fig, and fig there on arugula.
Andrew, take charge.
Yes,
Take
okay.
charge.
Okay, guys, more figs, more arugula. Okay, that's it.
I just need something to bulk up this plate, so we decide to add 3 and add a small arugula salad.
We're gonna readjust and we're gonna
Andrew,
get
this is where you gotta dig deep and lead your team.
Yes, chef. Yes, chef.
Andrew is losing control of his kitchen.
Hey, guys, we're gonna have to agree on here.
What do you got here?
It's a fig wrapped in prosciutto, stuffed with an herb cheese, garnished with some nice crostinis.
And what's the dressing?
The dressing is just a simple vinaigrette.
That's a nice portion. How does it taste, though?
We're waiting for you to see.
You mean you haven't tasted it and you're asking us to taste it? You taste it first.
Okay. Wow.
Whose idea was it to do this dish? Sabrina? Is it your idea?
Yes, chef.
I think it's a good idea.
Chef Claudio is impressed.
It's amazing.
But I think you have a home run.
Thank you, chef.
I'm over the moon. Chris, I need you to be more mindful with the croutons, okay?
Listen to Sabrina. This is her dish. She earns a respect.
You have 1 minute till you get those appetizers out. 1 minute.
The servers are here, so move it.
We have no production line, no organization. It's like we are surprised that we had to serve the food.
That's way too much arugula back there.
Cody, you're supposed to be plating.
Come on, let's get organized here. Jesus.
And all of a sudden, he doesn't want to be the plater because he doesn't know how to put it on the plate.
Keep the figs tight to the phyllo, okay? You hear me?
Andrew, you're falling behind.
No, we're not.
The red team is crushing it out.
Yeah, perfect.
This looks good, and this looks good as well.
There was no foie gras on those plates. Where's the arugula? Where's the
We
salad?
should be almost there, guys.
Can I have another plate? This one doesn't have any of the foie gras or the cheese that I've seen on other plates on it. Thanks.
I didn't realize there was frog rock.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
What's the problem here? What's wrong with that? Did you just bring this back?
Yeah.
What went on here, guys? Look.
It was
It's missing the foie gras, it's missing the fig, it's missing everything. You cannot let them go out like that. Who is the last man to watch these dishes go? Is that you, Andrew?
That is me, chef.
Get that one replaced ASAP, because
Yes,
we've got a
chef.
table
Yes,
that's
sir.
waiting for it, okay?
Yes,
Guys, come on.
Hi.
Specially delivered just for you. Apologies from the blue team.
Thank you. It looks beautiful.
Congratulations. How was your food? Really good. So which team, the blue team or the red team, stood out in terms of quality, creativity, and flavor?
The red team, because it was easy to try all the ingredients of the plate, and the temperature was very important for me to appreciate the fig.
Was the fig still warm?
The fig was still warm.
I appreciated maybe a little bit more the contrast of the blue team, the fluffy texture mixed with the cool fig, the warm sauces. I did like blue.
A little bit of division happening here. Well, congratulations again.
Now that the appetizers have been served, the blue and red teams will start their duck entrees.
This is the most important thing happening right now because this is the entree. You don't screw with the entree.
Guys, we haven't gone down yet. We can have a chance to recover here, okay? And let's have this service perfect.
Now the red team is doing duck breasts with some potatoes, which looks like they're cooked in duck fat, and they're putting a kumquat puree.
The blue team, they have got some wilted watercress and leek that they've seasoned up with a little butter, salt and pepper as a base. They've got carrots that they've roasted up nicely in some duck fat.
Salt and pepper both sides?
I haven't peppered, and I've only
I'll
got
get
one
the
side.
pepper right now.
Yeah. The wind is blowing in the wrong directions, and I've got pepper flying into my eyes. I hate you.
She finished all the ducks and then had to go get the pepper out of her eye. And I'm really proud to have her on my team. You're doing great, Jennifer. Thank you. Everyone's doing amazing.
John, what are you up to?
Scoring these breasts still.
40 prepped.
The main event is the duck, and I'm gonna make sure it's perfect. If we get this main right, I think we still got it.
Where's the plate?
That's beautiful. Wow.
It looks very nice, nicely presented.
Just make sure you render that fat down a lot more on the duck. See all that raw fat?
I'm really worried right now. I didn't sear those duck breasts off properly. I've really compromised our win here.
What do you have here? The potato?
This is potato and peas that are both cooked in the duck fat.
Overall, it's a good dish. I just wish the fat was cooked out.
That looks phenomenal, okay? We need that sauce.
If we don't rally to put this main course out, we're gonna lose this challenge, and one of us is going home.
Sauce. Sauce! Sauce!
It's coming.
Coming can't be the answer. We have the chef's tasting right now.
I'm going as quick as I can, and Cody's in the back. Where's my sauce? Where's my sauce?
Sauce is the only component we're missing.
2 seconds. I'm 2 seconds away.
Okay, guys, we're here to try the dish.
How we doing on the sauce, Lynn?
I'm gonna give you some.
Come on, we already tasted that dish. What's wrong? Come on.
We're good, we're good. This looks nice though, guys. Yeah.
Thank you, chef. Thank you, chef.
Sauce is still thickening.
It's still thickening.
I can't make a reduction in 10 minutes. I'm sorry, that's the best I could do.
This is not okay.
Well, you wanted it. It's not ready yet.
Andrew, whose idea was to make that sauce?
It was my idea.
The sauce is a disaster.
It will not be ready until Kim and Erwan are on a plane to their honeymoon.
You know what? You know what? No sauce.
I got molasses is all in this bottle. It's all in this bottle.
We're here. Done.
We don't have a sauce. The only thing that I can think of is to put this pomegranate molasses on the plate and hope that it tastes good with a duck.
Okay, well, this is a nice recovery. That looks a lot nicer. And who cooked the duck?
John and David did.
That duck looks perfect.
Nicely cooked duck.
Wow.
We need a win, guys, and this looks beautiful.
I gotta tell you, Andrew.
Yes, chef.
It's a very nice dish.
Thank you, chef.
We can still pull it off. We're good.
Here comes the server.
Come on, come on.
You guys, let's get this duck moving.
How do you want it? Please tell me.
You see? Half circle.
Okay, half circle.
Do not let them take them if they have no pomegranates.
Thank you. That looks beautiful. Red's presentation is so beautiful.
A lot of colors.
Yeah, it's pink on the inside with a nice gray crust.
The red team has a really interesting sauce.
The red team's foie gras, that's beautiful. Velvety, gorgeous.
So the blue team cooked really well the duck with the spinach and the carrots. It just goes perfectly with me.
I love this little layer, how they seared it, and it's beautifully presented. Blue team, delicious.
it up, guys.
Bring the whole team in.
The dinner service is now over. And after observing and tasting throughout the challenge, the judges assemble everyone on the top deck to reveal the winner.
Red team and blue team, you've just made it through an incredibly difficult and important challenge. Preparing a French-inspired menu for Kim and Erwan's Harbor Cruise wedding. We want to wish you congratulations on your very special day. And well done to all of you. It's amazing what you just did.
Now it's time to find out which team weathered the storm and which team got lost at sea.
We have asked the newlyweds to announce the winner by cutting into this wedding cake.
Will you please do the honors?
Will you cut?
Sure.
I messed up the entrees. I'm really worried right now.
Hide it. I don't want to look.
I can't even look at that cake. Seems like it's going in slow motion.
Ready?
Please be a red cake.
We are not going to the pressure test. It's red, it's awesome. Feeling good about myself and feeling good about my team.
First team challenge that I've won.
I am so excited I could just burst. My kids are gonna be so proud.
Congratulations, Red team.
Blue team, you lost this challenge, and you will now face the dreaded pressure test.
My heart is just destroyed.
At the end of which, at least one of you will leave the MasterChef Canada kitchen.
One of the 5 of us is going home.
Blue team, red team, we'll see you back in the MasterChef Canada kitchen tomorrow.
I really wouldn't mind being on a winning team here one of these days.
Bottom line, we lost. We're in the pressure test. We need to take responsibility, suck it up, let's be adults, let's go to the pressure test.
It's the day after the Harbor Cruise wedding, and Andrew's blue team prepares to face the pressure test.
I'm not happy about this pressure test. I'm gonna do my dangdest to pull it out.
My heart's beating a million miles an hour. I can actually feel it popping out of my chest. I don't know what's gonna happen today.
Welcome back, everyone. You all did a fantastic job yesterday, cooking for the stunning Harbor Cruise wedding. Both teams created gorgeous French-inspired dishes. Red team, congratulations.
Thank you, Chef.
Blue team, your dishes were almost as impressive as the red team's, but your presentation and your timing dragged your efforts down.
Andrew, what do you think happened yesterday?
I don't think we performed poorly. We put out dishes that were really tasty. Unfortunately, our timing was a little bit off.
You reacted to that, Cody.
From concept to execution, there was absolutely no communication.
We weren't organized. There was no one on plates. We figured it out by the entree. By that time, it's way too late. We already screwed up the whole damn thing.
David, where do you see things falling apart?
It was all about timing. I blame myself on mine, and instead of starting to plate, I went on to something else.
Andrew, David seems to be owning up to some of the blame. But more importantly, you as a leader, who do you think was your weakest link here?
I don't think that way, Chef. Sorry, I can't answer it.
Just answer, man.
No, I refuse.
Ultimately, it comes down to the leader. It comes down to Andrew.
So, Andrew, you're not willing to tell us who was the weakest link within the team? But what I'm curious about, is there not someone within your team that performed above your expectation?
No.
If you have the chance to save someone today, will it be you or a team member?
It's a tough question. I think we're at the point in the competition where I would save myself.
Andrew, you don't have to make that difficult decision.
All 5 of you will be cooking in the pressure test.
Damn. And 2 of you will be going home.
Oh my God.
This is the most fearsome pressure test in MasterChef Canada history. To survive it, you're gonna need nerves of steel.
Pressure's on. This is the time to focus. This is the time to just get in the zone.
Are you ready to find out which dish you're going to have to master?
Yes, Chef.
A delicious French fruit tart.
A French fruit tart? I have very little experience with any type of pastry, and especially one that looks like that.
The secret to this beautiful dessert is finding the perfect balance between several stunning components. First, the buttery pastry, which must be baked to a crisp and flaky golden brown. Secondly, a silky smooth layer of vanilla bean pastry cream, stirred to the perfect consistency. And to top it all off, a stunning arrangement of fresh fruit, all coated in a deliciously light apple glaze. The slightest misstep could end your MasterChef Canada journey. Please come up and have a taste.
I'm from New Brunswick. I've never seen a French fruit tart at any of the bakeries that I go to. This is way out of my expertise.
This is gonna be hard. This is gonna be really difficult to replicate.
I'm not really as strong with dessert as I am with savory stuff, but you know what? I'm gonna bring it. I'm gonna make a perfect pastry. It's gonna be art in a tart.
Good luck, and please go to your stations.
This is not going to be an easy challenge. Seeing that so many strong home cooks are down there, it's going to be a dogfight.
At your stations, you'll find everything you need to replicate this delicious French dessert, and 45 minutes to do it in. Are you ready?
Yes, Chef.
Your time starts now.
I'm so nervous right now, and I'm not even cooking.
Pressure's on.
I don't do pastry. I don't do pastry at all. I'm gonna need a miracle today. Luckily, I believe in miracles.
Making perfect pastry under a 45-minute time clock is never, ever easy.
This is the first time 2 cooks are going home in a pressure test.
You can cut the tension here with a knife.
The pressure is huge.
You know, this is a replication challenge. There are 3 major components to making this French fruit tart. The pastry cream, and fruit.
Today has to be a shining moment for me.
Strategy here is to not make any mistakes. It's got to be perfect.
Refined pastry crust is key. You've got to delicately work the pastry. You have to cook that pastry to perfection.
If it's too thin, it'll break. If it's too thick, it'll be raw in the middle.
The pastry cream, you have to whip up your egg yolks with the sugar, scald your milk and cream, and slowly cook it out. Then you can flavor it with your vanilla.
You can't improvise with pastry. You either do it well or it's a disaster. There's nowhere to hide.
Worried about David here? Dough is sticking.
I'm looking at a mess. Keep on trying to pull it off. It's not working. This is horrible. I'm starting again.
You gotta make it beautiful. It's gotta taste good. It's gotta look good. A lot of things could go wrong.
John, how you feeling?
Yes, Chef. Feeling great, Chef. I'm used to working under pressure. I love it.
Who do you think's going home?
Probably Andrew's going home. His nerves are getting to him.
Who's the other one?
I don't know.
So it's not going to be you, eh?
Oh, no, it's definitely not. I'm not going home.
Well, I'll leave you to it. Good luck.
Andrew.
Hello, Chef.
How are you feeling?
I'm not feeling super confident, but you know what? I'm not going out with a fight, so...
A lot of your fellow home cooks after the team challenge seem very frustrated with you.
Yeah. I feel guilty about that.
So who do you think's going home?
I think it's a possibility John might go home today.
John, really?
Yeah.
Don't think he's gonna pull it out?
I haven't looked back. I'm running my own race right now, Chef. It's not my concern what he's doing. I just want to be better.
All right, well, keep your eye on the clock.
Thank you, Chef.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
When I get stressed at home, I bake, which is very befitting in this situation.
Lynn has this focus that I have not seen in her yet. Andrew seems to be very nervous.
He is running all over the place super fast, like a jackrabbit.
I need to fight to win.
Cody is lagging behind right now.
He doesn't have good time management.
I'm trying to plan 3 steps ahead here.
David,
Yes, chef.
How are you feeling right now? Isn't this in your comfort zone?
It certainly isn't. I'm more of a bourbon milkshake kind of guy.
Is there any component you might find particularly difficult?
The presentation, it's not in my wheelhouse.
How did it make you feel when you have 2 people going home on this challenge?
They certainly up the stakes.
Well, I think you've surprised yourself before in this competition.
Yeah, chef.
Carry on. Good luck with it.
Come on, let's get going. Tart should be out and your cream should be in.
I pull the tart out, and it's looking good. I'm gonna keep on pushing. Do my best to make it look beautiful and taste delicious.
Pastry is delicate. I'm looking down and I see John using a spatula to smear his pastry cream on.
But these big hands are soft, so I'll be all right.
I'm gonna start cutting my fruits. This tart has to be very exact. If it's not perfect, I'm going home.
Look at Lynn. Look at the way she handles the knife. Precision.
Fruits have to be cut exactly the same. It has to be cut perfectly.
10 minutes. You have 10 minutes left.
Holy Hannah.
Cody's in the most trouble right now.
Cody can't seem to get his pastry off of the pan.
Look at Cody. He's losing valuable time.
It's not cooperating very nicely.
My God. He is so far behind right now.
I'm nervous at this point.
There he goes. He's got it.
Yes, thank you. I need to hurry up. I need every single second that I have.
Cody's in serious trouble. He still has to put all the fruit down, plus he has to glaze.
I don't think Cody's gonna make it.
I have to move. I really, really, really have to move.
Final 2 minutes!
This is really freaking intense, man.
Fail me now, Hans.
Ain't going home today.
Oh, John is the first one to actually start glazing. You glaze the top of the fruit. It's got to be clean sheen, so it looks like glass.
Good. 30 seconds!
This is cutting it really close. Cody's not gonna make it.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up!
Amazing.
Relief. I think that I'm gonna be okay.
I'm looking over at the other people's. And I'm going, I got this.
It's time to taste your French fruit tarts. David, the first thing that I notice is how high the fruit sits. It's as if the fruit just wants to sort of jump out. It looks great. Let's see how it cuts. Looks like some real craftsmanship there, David. Thin crust, and to get the pastry that even all the way. It's a little finesse. Let's see how it tastes. A nice crispness to the pastry. The pastry cream could have been just a tad softer. The fruit, if you're gonna cut thick, have them all thick. That's the consistency, and yours has that consistency. All in all, quite impressive.
Andrew,
Yes.
how do you feel about this?
I'm actually kind of proud. This is something that is so foreign to me.
You know, this is a mighty fine looking tart, considering you've done it in 45 minutes. I think it's a very good effort. I mean, it looks good. It looks very good. You have very nicely precise cut on your fruit.
I try to get everything as uniform as possible.
The crust is crispy, thin, it's even. But the pastry cream, unfortunately, it's a bit bland. I can't taste the vanilla at all. It lacks a little taste. Not so good.
Lynn, how are you?
Good, how are you, chef?
Oh, look how exact that is. It's beautiful. Did not skimp on the pastry cream, did you?
No, sir, because it tastes yummy.
results in this tart.
Thank you, Chef.
You just keep getting better, Lynn.
Thank
The
you.
crust is, I mean, it's like a machine did it. The cream is light, thin crust, and again, 45 minutes.
I've never made one of these before, ever, so I'm actually surprising myself every day that I'm here.
Keep doing that, and you might land the biggest surprise.
Thank you, Chef.
Cody,
Yes, Michael?
so you came tearing up here in the final seconds and just made it.
I did.
Is that a time management thing?
I don't think so, Chef. I want to make sure that I had the best dish that I could present in the allotted time.
You don't like raspberries? They didn't make it to the plate.
That is an oversight.
This is a replication challenge, right? Pastry cream, light. I think there could have been just a tad more so the fruits had up a touch in it. It was a replication challenge. No raspberries. Have to see.
John,
Oh, Chef.
it looks like you duplicated the fruit really well.
Thank you.
Keep surprising me with those big hands. I don't know how you do these little dainty things so well. Pastry cream? I mean, there's almost nothing here.
Yeah. Definitely skipped on it.
The tart is perfectly cooked. It's crisp. I only wish it was a little more cream and more balance. And there's just not a lot of the glaze on top of the berries. A few areas that could definitely be improved upon. We've tasted all your desserts, and we now need a few moments to discuss. Wow, some outstanding tarts there.
Incredibly impressive.
Near perfection.
Looks are absolutely important, especially with a French fruit tart. The taste has to be there.
The quality of the pastry cream, precision of the fruit. Okay, let's go.
Replicating a complex French pastry is no easy feat.
And some of you nailed almost every component in the way they looked and tasted.
Those standout tarts belong to David and Lynn.
Thank you, Chef.
Congratulations to you both. Please take off your aprons and head to the gallery.
I'm safe. I can breathe easy.
I'm so proud of myself. I'm in the top 8.
Andrew, Cody, and John, today you showed the drive and skill that have gotten you this far. But we have to send 2 of you home. All of you made a valiant effort. All of you made mistakes. And we are left with a difficult decision of determining which mistakes were the most fatal. John, please step forward.
But I can't go home now.
We deeply admire your fighting spirit, and we admire what you did today. Take off your apron. And head up to the gallery. You are safe.
Cody and Andrew, we're sorry. You are both 2 of the best home cooks that have ever graced the MasterChef Canada kitchen. Cody, for someone of your age, your level of cooking is truly awe-inspiring. And we know that this is just the beginning of your journey.
Andrew, your ability to push yourself, to innovate, has consistently impressed us. And we really hope your time here has inspired you to pursue a career as a chef. Please come up and say goodbye.
I'm so grateful to have made it this far. It's beyond my wildest dreams.
We're talking about Andrew. That's good.
Spectacular.
This experience has fired me up.
You think like a chef, and you're cooking like a chef.
I'm going to become a chef.
I've grown so much since stepping into this kitchen. What I've been able to achieve here is a monumental success.
Cody.
Delicious.
It's flawless.
Thank you, Chef. It's been a once-in-a-lifetime and a truly incredible experience.
Next time on MasterChef Canada.
There are 2 mystery boxes.
And there's one big surprise.
Chef Graham Elliot.
Howdy, home cooks of Canada.
The top 8 are inspired to up their game.
It's Tammy versus Sabrina versus Jennifer. It's gonna be a battle.
It's not your finest hour.
It is time to take Sabrina down.
Last time on MasterChef Canada, Michael's red team took the cake. And a shocking double elimination.
We're sorry, Cody and Andrew.
Sent 2 of the toughest competitors home.
Adios.
Tonight,
There are 2 mystery boxes.
and there's one big surprise.
Chef Graham Elliot.
Howdy, home cooks of Canada.
The top 8 are inspired to up their game.
It's Tammy versus Sabrina versus Jennifer. It's gonna be a battle.
It's not your finest hour.
It is time to take Sabrina down.
I feel amazing. Top 8 in Canada. I see Tammy and myself in the finale.
Every time I walk in that kitchen, I just think about my 6 kids at home. And that's all the motivation I need. This competition is so important for my food dream. I want to create wild game cookbooks.
Welcome back, everyone. You'll notice that today there's one big mystery box up front, as well as the small mystery boxes that are in front of each of you. All of these boxes, big and small, contain the inspiration that you need to take your cooking and presentation skills to a whole new level. Are you ready to find out what's under this box?
Yes, Chef.
I have no idea what's going on with this huge mystery box, but it's definitely got the wheels going on in my head.
Please welcome our very special guest, Chef Graham Elliot.
Howdy, home cooks of Canada.
Acclaimed chef and MasterChef US judge.
Chef Graham Elliot from MasterChef US comes out of the box, laying down all. He's what every young chef aspires to be.
He's one of the youngest chefs ever to earn his first Michelin star. He's a genius.
Holy freaking crap!
Thank you for having me. I'm very excited to see what you guys put on a plate and represent Canada.
What I love most about Graham Elliot is his love for food, his plating. My food dream is to run a chef-driven restaurant like Graham Elliot.
Graham is a Michelin-starred chef known for his extraordinary food and innovative plating. And his signature style has inspired the ingredients under the mini boxes in front of you. Are you ready to find out what's underneath those mini mystery boxes?
Yes, Chef.
1, 2, 3, lift. How beautiful, right? All of the ingredients that you see in front of you were hand-chosen by me. You have the most gorgeous quail, beautiful sardines straight out of the water, fresh beans, radishes, Swiss chard, tomatoes.
I have all these little teeny tiny vegetables. What am I cooking for elves?
Today's mystery box is about turning those stunning petite ingredients into a delicious work of art that will impress us and Chef Graham Elliot.
Being a big guy, my specialty is not attention to fine detail, it's not plating. I'm gonna have to get out of my comfort zone. I'm working with these itty-bitty ingredients.
I have 6 kids at home. I am used to cooking large portions. So trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with these tiny little veggies is gonna be a challenge.
You have 60 minutes to prep, cook, and plate your breathtaking dishes. Are you ready?
Yes! Your time starts now.
The vegetables are too tiny.
I'm just scraping by right now. No more scraping by.
It is a big deal that it's only 8 of us left, so I hope to prove my worth today.
So, Graham, this is an incredibly interesting mystery box. Tell me, what would you do with these ingredients?
Sardines, they're more forgiving. You could do something really quick, like a grill or sear, or even a quick pickle, you know, like you would do a herring.
I am making today a sardine en croûte, which is like a beef Wellington, but I'm stuffing it with sardines instead.
I think I'd grill the sardines, and I would do the vegetable crudo, like a little vinaigrette with all these raw vegetables, but I let the vegetables really sing. This challenge is almost like the acoustic version if you were in a band.
Quail, so unforgiving, but it's the one that could give you the most reward. If they can nail that temperature on it, it just shows they have that technique.
I'm gonna do a little spin on chicken and waffles with a quail and potato salad on the side. I want everything to be proportional, but keep it cool and trendy at the same time. It's all what I'm about.
30 minutes! You have 30 minutes left.
John, how are we doing?
Good. Welcome to Canada.
Thank you so much. It looks like you are in a whirlwind. You've got like 10 feet of stuff all over the place.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make a little pretty plate. I got some quail that I split in half. I'm gonna put it on the grill. It's got some sumac on it. I put some butter under the skin. Never worked with something so tiny.
There's not a lot of fat in it, so
Yeah.
just make sure that you do not try to get it crispy, but then overcook it at the same time.
Yeah.
I'd rather have perfectly cooked quail than well-done quail with crispy skin. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Thanks.
All right, good luck, Tom.
Thank you.
Sabrina, how are you?
Hi. Oh boy. I'm starstruck.
What do you have going?
I've got a vegetable medley pickle.
Quick little pickle. I love this idea.
I'm soaking some beautiful sardines with some salt and lime.
Wow. So have you done this before?
I've done grilled sardines.
The fact that you scored these, and not only scored them, but I mean, look at that. They're perfectly spaced apart. You look like you know what you're doing.
Thanks, Chef.
Good luck.
Graham Elliot. What?
David, how are we doing?
Good, Chef. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. Tell me what the dish is.
I'm doing a quail stuff with the tops from all the veg, and then I'm gonna roast them together with the legs, and then plate it with all the beautiful veg that you provided.
You're the only one so far that's doing something stuffed and has deboned the legs. So that's like showing me that you have a ton of skill and that you also are like driven to getting it to the next level. Now it's, do you have the wherewithal to make it happen?
I do.
All right. They look good. I'm excited, David.
Thank you.
I've never cooked a quail before, but I'm gonna try to stick with traditional flavors and hopefully this will come out nicely.
15 minutes! You have 15 minutes left!
I am making a country biscuit to go alongside my sardines. Just because we're working with little ingredients doesn't mean that you can't make a big impact.
Tammy, how are you?
Hi.
What do you got going on here?
Right now, I'm doing a lime and cilantro cream sauce for my Swiss chard. I'm gonna do like a little Swiss chard tower. I'm doing a fried sardine in a little bit of flour, because that's the way my mom does rainbow trout.
So it's Tammy versus Sabrina versus Jennifer in the sardine challenge.
Okay.
It's gonna be a battle.
Sabrina and I, we just butt heads. Come on.
When I see Jennifer cook,
These guys are really difficult to cut.
I feel bad for her.
I'm gonna cut myself. The two of us, it's just friction. It is time to take Sabrina down.
I have no idea how I want this dish to look.
The home cooks are battling to impress guest chef Graham Elliot
I'm starstruck.
using a mystery box full of mini ingredients.
All right, so let me tell you guys, first and foremost, I didn't know what to expect, but the level of cookery is top-notch. David is doing quail with legs boned out, and he's doing the breast and the carcass stuffed with all the tops of the baby veg. It smells awesome.
Jennifer stands out for me. She's doing some type of a biscuit. I'm not too sure that's gonna work well with everything. I don't know if it's integrated into the actual idea.
Michael is doing a take on chicken and waffle. He's just grilling the quail. I think that's an interesting approach. He's had a bit of a challenge with his plate presentation in the past.
5 minutes! You have 5 minutes left. I want to see some really fantastic plating.
My presentation normally sucks, so I gotta really focus.
The one thing that can really lead them down the wrong path is by putting too much on the plate. Less is more.
It's restraint. And that is a tough thing when you're a young, enthusiastic home cook.
1 minute!
The judges are going to be impressed by my plating. It should be as close to Graham-esque as possible.
I hope the judges want to taste this.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up!
Woohoo! All right.
The judges will now take one final look at the dishes for tasting. The winner of this mystery box will receive a huge advantage in the upcoming Elimination Challenge.
I've been in the middle in this competition for the most part, and I have to be called up to that podium. I want to have the best dish.
I have to be one of the top cooks tonight. I need to prove that I have what it takes to actually win a challenge on my own.
The first dish we'd like to see has been made by a home cook that makes beautiful rustic dishes. But today, they plated with finesse and originality. Please bring your dish up. Tammy.
Hey, Tammy.
Nice job, Tam.
What I've prepared for you today is a pan-fried sardine. I created a little tower of Swiss chard, and then I pickled the radishes and the beets, then made a small salad.
First thing that draws you in, the beets. Gorgeous, candy striped, golden red. Really good. Great cook on the fish. It's full of flavor. Beautiful. Good job.
Thank you.
Well, the presentation, I think, is quite beautiful.
Thank you.
You've used a large plate, but you used it well. Absolutely delicious. Crisp outer skin, certainly not overcooked, nice and moist. Nice job.
Thank you.
I'm feeling very good about what I've created and what I have the ability to do.
The second dish that we'd like to taste was made by a home cook who created a dish that fully honored tiny, beautiful ingredients with attitude and style. Sabrina, please bring your dish up to the front.
I made grilled sardines, playing on a medley of pickled vegetables, and a simple soft-boiled potato dressed in lemon juice and parsley.
Still glistening, not overcooked. Now, everything's seasoned perfectly. The only thing I would do is some kind of sauce component, a light little vinaigrette, just something to help kind of enrich it. But aside from that, near perfect dish.
Thank you.
It's beautifully cooked. You're definitely someone that should not be underestimated because you are a threat in this kitchen. Great job.
Thanks, Chef.
The third home cook on our list plated a dish that was so whimsical and delightful, it brought a smile to our faces.
I hope I get called up.
John, please bring up your dish.
Right. We have a sumac and butter grilled quail with an array of little baby vegetables.
And you're physically imposing. You're a big dude. You got the grill pan going. So I'm thinking, all right, some like dude food. Then you come up and you present a plate with polka dots of sauce. Just seeing this dish, it'd be like, wow, he's definitely one of the front runners. This is beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
You know, quail, it's so small. It's got cooked just right. See that? You know what it is? Perfect.
Awesome.
It's hit with a lot of lemon. It's got this acidity cutting through it, but it tastes like quail. It's not obliterated by the sumac. It's a pretty awesome dish. You should be really proud. Good job.
John, you got the baby tomatoes here with the puree.
Yeah.
Wow, that red pepper puree matches that tomato beautifully. Here you have two vegetables that amplifies the taste of each other. You're getting there, you're getting refined. One of these days, you may have to get long pants.
Tammy, Sabrina, maybe I can win this mystery box challenge.
Now, it's customary for us to taste 3 dishes in a mystery box challenge, but we're gonna try one more dish.
I'm 100% sure they're gonna call my name. They have to.
Please step forward. David.
David, of course.
It's a stuffed quail with seasonal roast veg and parsley aioli.
I love this plate. It's very, very natural and organic.
Thank you.
Where'd you get the idea for this?
I actually love working with whole animals. It's a small one, but I just like doing that type of preparation.
I love the sauce. Nice roast on the vegetables. Nice color on the skin. This is a dish that not only is it delicious, but it's one that you want to photo and, like, you know, tweet to everybody. Good job.
Now we're going to take a moment to discuss the 4 best dishes.
Standing up there, I have butterflies in my stomach. I would love to have an advantage, finally.
To think that none of them get paid to do this. And these guys could easily be in a restaurant.
There was a lot of stand-up dishes. Okay, so we know who it is?
Absolutely.
I want to win this mystery box challenge more than anything, just to show Graham Elliot what type of home cook I am.
The person that made the best dish in this mystery box challenge, a big congrats. David. You should be very, very proud of being able to put that dish together.
In my cooking life, I've never been so happy because Graham Elliot actually noticed how much passion I put into that dish.
Before we go into the pantry, I need to thank Chef Graham Elliot.
Thank you, sir.
Graham, it was an honor to have you with us today.
Guys, thank you so much for having me and letting me try your food. I look forward to eating at your restaurant sometime in the future.
David, for winning today's Mystery Box Challenge, you will receive a huge advantage. Please follow us into the MasterChef pantry.
We're on Dave.
Great job.
As the winner of the mystery box, David is now in control of the Elimination Challenge.
David, welcome back to the MasterChef Canada pantry.
Feels great to be back in here.
Your first advantage is that you don't have to cook in today's Elimination Challenge.
Pressure's off, feels great.
Your second advantage is that you get to decide the ingredient that everyone else will have to master to stay in this competition.
You have 3 different ingredients to choose from, but they all have 2 things in common. They look intimidating, and they taste delicious.
Your first option, a selection of gorgeous gooey duck, cherry stone, blood, and savory clams. Have you ever seen anything like this before?
Absolutely. Born and raised on the West Coast, that's some of my favorite stuff right in there.
Have you cooked with gooey duck?
Yes, yes.
Really?
Chef.
Wow.
Your second option, it's hands down my favorite seafood. Delicate and delicious crab.
Your third and final option is a rare delicacy in North America, but considered a staple in Caribbean, Mediterranean, and Asian cuisines. Extraordinary conches and sea snails. They add a sweet layer of flavor to any seafood dish.
Growing up as a child, my family would harvest on the West Coast snails of all sorts.
Wow, you're a busy home cook when you're not pouring concrete.
Oh, yes.
You might not want to sit out this challenge.
I may not, but I will.
So, David, who do you think would be most challenged?
Definitely Christopher. It's way out of his wheelhouse. I think Tammy would be good with the gooey duck and the clams. But I'm not sure how many times Tammy's cooked those periwinkles and conch.
So, David, which one of these delicious seafood delicacies are you going to choose?
I choose...
David walking out of that pantry with that smirk on his face. It's like, oh, what are you making us do, you little guy, you?
My strategy is to get strong home cooks out of here as fast as possible.
Because David was the winner of the Mystery Box Challenge, he's safe from elimination.
David's second advantage was choosing the ingredients that you'll all be cooking with today.
Once again, David's controlling what I will be cooking. He doesn't talk much, but his brain keeps like doop doop.
Your ingredient is in the pantry. You have 7 minutes to shop for everything you need. Are you ready?
Yes, Chef.
Go!
I hate you.
Run.
Holy garbanzos.
Periwinkles.
Conchs.
Snails and conch.
David.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. Never made either of them.
Get your snails.
That's a lot of snails.
How the heck do you elevate sea snails? Like at home, we just boil them or steam them, put a bib on, and we just start eating.
Anyone see bread? I actually eat a lot of conch at home, so I know what it tastes like. I feel like I've lucked out a little.
I'm just going through the dish in my head right now. Got the garlic, got the shallots.
I have an amazing recipe for both these snails and conch. I'm going to deep fry it and make some fritters out of it.
You're welcome.
No, I just want to smack that grin off his face.
Before we start the clock, there's one more layer to this challenge. One that David doesn't even know about. A twist that will put all your skills to the ultimate test.
In the pantry, you all chose the ingredients that you need to make your dishes truly sing. Now, we want you to leave those ingredients behind.
Oh, jeez.
As you each move to the station in front of you.
Oh my God. Really?
I had a game plan. I was going to win this challenge.
It's mind-blowing. I'm hoping whoever I'm switching with has something half decent in there.
Today, you'll be cooking with another home cook's chosen ingredients.
I am very deflated. I had such a great idea.
Michael, there's a beer in the basket.
Yeah, I wanted to drink it.
What the hell, Jennifer?
Cheese and fish.
Sabrina's got the weirdest assortment here. She has like no seasonings besides salt and then stuff I've never even heard of.
She got a Christmas present early.
Sabrina's basket is pretentious.
A great chef can make beautiful things happen with whatever ingredients they find at their fingertips. And we want to see you do exactly that today.
Are you ready?
Yes,
Chef!
Your 45 minutes starts now!
I hate you, Lynn.
You have the nicest basket.
What? You have like 150 sticks of butter, man.
I'm French.
I am going to take all of the fatty, milky, buttery products that Lynn left me and throw them out.
I see Christopher's basket and I see dried Mexican peppers, maple syrup. I have no clue what this kid was gonna make.
This challenge is all about adapting. If you do not adapt, you get wiped out.
I'm working with Tammy's basket. I don't know where she was going with all this dairy and seafood. From where I'm from, we don't do that. There's corn in there, some butter, there's hot peppers. I'm making chowder. I really have to get that broth going and lay on those flavors.
I'm working with Sabrina's basket. At first glance, I was thinking, what the freak are these things? But I could go Italian with them. I'm loosely basing this on a classic Italian fish stew.
The sea snails, you can treat them like clams and mussels. They need a good, quick, fierce heat Steam them up, a little bit of broth, white wine, touch of garlic. Super, super light. But overcook them, they are rubbery like elastic bands.
Come on, buddy.
I'm making a coquille Saint-Jacques with the conch, and I'm serving my periwinkles on corn and red pepper puree. I want to impress the judges by doing 2 dishes. The competition's getting harder and harder every day.
This is Michael's basket. I decided to make a snail paella that has chorizo in it, tomatoes, and it's seafood. Just gotta trust my intuition, make a beautiful dish, and not go home today.
This is crazy. I love seafood, so I've decided to create a conch ceviche because I don't want to hide the conch. I want it to be presented the way it should be. I've never made ceviche before.
When I'm throwing curveballs, I just go with the flow.
The conch is very tricky. It's very difficult to get out of the shell.
This is freaking crazy, man.
So I would suggest that they put it in boiling water for about 5 minutes.
That's when you want to pull it out, right? So it comes out easily.
Hey, our little guy.
Sabrina,
What's up, chef?
how you doing?
Finding a conch.
How did you prep this conch to get it out?
I parboiled it for about 1.5 minutes.
Okay.
Shocked it in water.
Why are you shocking in water? I would pull it out while it's still hot. Because right now it's all seizing back up on you.
And if I
Probably put it back in, it might be overcooked though.
That's what I'm scared of.
Remember, this is an elimination challenge. There's absolutely 0 room for error here.
If I can't get this conch out of his shell, I'm going home.
What's happened now is the flesh inside the shell is completely retracted and it's stuck.
Yeah. Thank God I don't need too much. We're only doing 1 plate.
The home cooks have just 45 minutes to create a dish with conch and sea snails, with the added twist of using another competitor's ingredients.
It's just another day in the kitchen.
Are you kidding me? Conch and sea snails are gonna totally mess these guys up.
I have eaten conch and snails before. I've never prepared them.
Jennifer, what are you making here?
It's kind of like cioppino.
Cioppino is a fish stew, right?
Right, and so there's beautiful ingredients here.
Are you comfortable with snails?
They're really strong smelling, and I'm just worried that it might be a little too much.
So Jennifer, who's going home?
Well, it's not me. My motto is going home's not an option, and I'm gonna make sure of that today.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Michael. Hello, Chef. How are you?
I'm well, thanks. How about you?
I'm a little frazzled. At first, my trouble was that I was looking at the ingredients as if I was Lynn. And that's impossible.
Tell me what it is that you're going to cook.
I'm gonna do a nice, fresh conch ceviche.
Now, have you worked with conch before?
Never.
Well, I'll let you carry on.
Thank you so much.
Good luck. Thanks,
Thank
Michael.
you.
I want my ceviche to be well marinated with a nice oil dressing on it, but I don't want it to be too acidic. I don't want it to be swimming in lime juice.
Stakes are high because we're in the top 8.
Yeah, okay. I gotta do something different. I gotta get out of my comfort zone. I have not yet made a pasta in this competition, let alone in 45 minutes. I'm taking this risk.
Hey, John, how you feeling?
I was a little bit rattled at the start, but now I pulled it together. I'm making pasta now. We got a fettuccine and white wine, cream sauce, and then we have the periwinkles.
It looks interesting. Good luck.
Thank you.
10 minutes. You have 10 more minutes left.
I'm feeling stressed out right now. I'm totally questioning my decision to make 2 dishes. I'm telling myself, are you insane? Are you stupid? What were you thinking?
So Jennifer ended up on Sabrina's station. Obviously, there are 2 very, very different cooking styles between Jennifer and Sabrina.
Jennifer's making what she calls a cioppino, which is a fish stew. Unfortunately, enough fish varieties to make this a very authentic stew.
Well, it tastes really good.
John, those big football hand making pasta. I'm really looking forward to tasting. I hope he gets it right.
Lynn is really cutting it close here. She's just starting to plate now.
1 minute. You have 1 minute left.
Right down to the wire.
Oh, this is intense.
I think I infused that flavor of the conch in there.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up!
I'm not impressed with myself.
Oh boy.
I'm looking down at my dish and I'm like, this is badass. I'm happy.
It's reduced nicely, it looks beautiful, it's super colorful, and it smells great.
As I look around, I'm seeing that there's a lot of hearty dishes, and this dish is very minimalist and simple.
We're now gonna taste all 7 of your dishes.
John, please bring your dish up here.
I was so close to winning in the Mystery Box Challenge. To get this win, I have to be perfect.
We have a sea snail and cremini fettuccine with a white wine shallot cream sauce.
Wow, your presentation is going up in the division here.
Thank you.
That pasta matches that sauce perfectly. We have the nice soft noodles reacting with this crunchy snail. It could use a little bit of salt. Sea snails is really more about texture.
Yeah.
You really have to infuse taste into it. So a fantastic looking dish, just a touch more seasoning.
Thank
Good.
you.
Well done.
Michael, please bring up your dish.
I am really proud to show this dish. It has a novelty aspect to it, but it looks cool. What you have here is a ceviche, and in front of it is deep-fried mushrooms. When I think of conch, I think of me and my mother just walking on the beach when I was a kid looking for shells. So what it resembles is a shell that washes ashore, lets go of some ceviche, and the mushrooms would be the beach, as in the sand.
Okay, well, let's try this. I know a lot about ceviche. I'm from South America. I've made so many different types. This, I think, is genius, that you're using the vessel just to keep your ceviche in. I think that's interesting. It smells fresh. It smells like the ocean, actually. And it's tender, which is very difficult to achieve. It's a great job.
Thank you.
The ceviche with the little bit of heat, a little bit of acid, you didn't overpower it, which is very important. I'm very impressed.
Thank you, Chef.
Lynn, please bring your dish up here.
I have a tribute to the poor fishermen of New Brunswick because they go and get sea snails at low tide. I skewer the periwinkles between little pieces of baked red peppers. The other dish is a take on a coquille Saint-Jacques.
Wonderful. The sea snails are cooked beautifully. Sweet, innocent, unadulterated, fresh, beautiful flavors to them. Exactly like the way I would expect you to serve them if I were on the East Coast. Simple, simple, simple.
Absolutely.
Well done.
Thank you very much, Chef.
What's on top here?
It's fresh cheese.
Is there potato?
Yeah, just around the edges, just to keep everything in.
I gotta tell you, I find this here a little bit muddled.
Okay.
I think it's the cheese and the cream. It just seems a bit heavy-handed for me.
Okay.
I think it's great that you did 2 different applications. I wish that this was combined in here in some way. It would have just elevated it for me.
Okay, Chef.
Jennifer, please bring up your dish. What do we have here?
So it's loosely inspired on a cioppino, a fish stew, and finished it off using the sea snails in there. So what I tried to do was infuse some of those flavors using the conch.
Where is the conch?
Oh no, the conch is not in there.
You didn't add that, okay.
No, I removed it.
We've got tomatoes and a lot of tomato in here. The problem I'm having here is this was not a tomato challenge. All right. They're cooked perfectly.
Thank you.
The only problem is they're not the captain of this ship.
The snails are cooked beautifully, but I feel the tomato sauce is a separate dish almost. There's not enough love between the two of them. There's not enough of that snail, garlic, herb, conch to give it some depth to it. I think it was a great idea, but just not quite executed the way I think you could have. Sabrina, would you please bring up your dish?
I decided to do a corn and conch chowder, so there's some oven roasted tomatoes inside. I used fish stock, and I finished it off with my corn simmering inside.
the ingredient, and it pops out. I mean, it really pops out. The only thing I would do differently next time is it needs a little more stock. We need to be a little bit lighter. Thank you.
Tammy, please come on up with your dish.
I made a conch ceviche with corn and pea puree, deep fried onions. I did a cilantro oil, and I marinated my conch in lime juice and cilantro. I do enjoy raw seafood.
And this is a ceviche.
Well, I'm afraid to say that because
I'd be afraid a little bit too, because ceviches should be wet. You don't want a dry ceviche. I just find it kind of dry. Ceviches need to have acidity, liquid. It doesn't have the complexities that I look for in a ceviche. The dish is kind of flat for me.
You have the orange, the peas, and the corn. Everything is sweet. Now, with the conch being a product of the sea, there's element of umami in there. Umami is the essence of savory, and it doesn't really quite go with the sweetness. So the whole balance of the dish is just not there for me.
Christopher, will you please bring up your dish?
It is snail paella, so there's tomato, coriander, I diced some bell peppers in there, and I just finished it with the diced conches and the periwinkles at the very end because I didn't want to overcook them.
You had to get inside Michael's head to create this particular dish. How was that?
I realized that sometimes you just have to rely on your sense and your intuition and just taste your way through it. And if you believe it's delicious, then you'll make a delicious dish.
That is big and bold and flavorful. I get a touch of heat. There's a twinkle of that seafood, the sweetness of it. Really very, very well done.
Thank you, Chef.
This is a paella that I can eat over and over and over again. You had Michael's pops.
Yes, Chef.
I mean, he laid the blueprint for this dish. I think you may have to thank Michael by buying him a beer. Well done.
Thank you, Chef.
Making a delicious dish with sea snails and conch in 45 minutes was a very difficult challenge. And you've left us with some decisions to make. So please give us a moment. Our expectations have to match the fact that they are the top 8 in MasterChef Canada.
This is Sabrina's ingredients, but it's my dish and my neck on the line. I'm realizing that it's looking like I could be going home.
Our expectations have to match the fact that they are the top 8 in MasterChef Canada.
Well, it's clear we know what we have to choose. There were 2 dishes that definitely stood out. The home cooks that made them honored the hero ingredients and adapted to a very challenging twist.
Michael, you were able to create both a charming dish and a great story out of Lynn's ingredients. And you made the second best dish of the night. Congratulations.
Thank you, chefs.
I'm on a roll, baby. I'm on a roll.
And the ingredients that you chose in the pantry delivered nothing more than an incredible breakthrough. For Christopher. Christopher, we think your paella was hands down the best dish of the night.
I feel like there's a real turning point in my cooking journey, and I know more than ever now that I need to trust what I taste, and it'll carry me a long way.
Now it's time for the bad news. The first disappointing dish is made by a home cook who let someone else's ingredients overpower the star of their dish. Jennifer, please step forward.
Being on the bottom sucks.
The second unfortunate dish was made by someone who struggled to find the balance between soulful flavors and sophisticated techniques. Please come forward. Tammy.
I've been in the bottom before. I hate it.
Tammy, Jennifer, both of you have distinguished yourselves as serious contenders in this competition. And it's with great difficulty that we say goodbye to one of you. Tammy, please step forward. You are not going any further here in MasterChef Canada. Jennifer, you're safe. Please go back to your station.
Tammy, you're not just an impressive home cook. You are a deeply impressive person.
Thank you.
The dishes that you served us here were filled with heart and inspired by your 6 children, who are going to be very happy to have their mother back home.
I learned a lot from this competition.
Come on up here and get your apron, Tammy.
Every time I went out in that kitchen, I worked very, very hard.
I'm used to cooking for a lot of people. This is just like at home for me.
I'm just feeling very confident in what I've achieved and what I've done.
Straightforward, honest. This dish is you on a plate.
Thank you, Chef. It's bittersweet because I really wanted to go further, but I know that this is an amazing stepping stone.
So Tammy, who will be the next MasterChef Canada?
Well, my heart goes out to everybody in this room. I love all of you guys, but it's my girl, Lynn. She's amazing. She's a fighter. My heart's with Lynn for this competition, for sure.
Thank you, Tammy.
First thing that's on my list is to kiss my children. It's been a long journey. I can't wait to see their little faces. I know that this is just the beginning of something huge.
Next time on MasterChef Canada. 3 eliminated home cooks return.
I thought they were in my past. I was happy with them there.
They get a single shot at a second chance.
That's really bad.
And only one can win their way back.
The other home cooks better be scared because I'm taking over.
Oh, boy.